By the way, I'm not affected. Hey, yo, I'm DT and y'all the family. This is Fam Talk. So we came here to do what? Talk. So let's go ahead, talk about it. Today's episode is this. I don't deal with the problems I post about. If y'all seen the Why Do I Troll video, I discuss that why I was trolling and how I spent a couple of years talking about men and women situations and stuff like that. I make comments about the state of the man and woman situation, but I don't deal with that. It's very simple. Either you get on my program or you get left. It's that simple. Either you do what I want you to do or I walk away. But that's kind of like a dictatorship. It is. It is. I have the last say so. Why? Because I value my life. What does it have to do with your life? As a man. See, a lot of times people don't understand the responsibility of a man. So let's break down provision, protection, and parental investment. Protection means that I'm going to physically take care of you. Protection means that I'm going to lead you and guide you to where you need to be. Protection means that I'm going to make sure that you're comfortable, that you're safe. That's protection. Provision is I'm going to make sure that you have food, shelter, clothing, and transportation. That's provision. In the last Fam Talk, I discussed how it's a young lady I was talking to, I was dealing with, and she was telling me how she didn't have any gas. I said, pull up on me. I pumped the gas and filled the tank up. Have you ate? I went ahead and fed her. That's provision. Seeing there is a need and taking care of that need, not want. Provision is not a lifestyle. Provision is not nails, it's not hair, it's not the brand new car. That's not provision. Provision is making sure you have food, shelter, clothing, and transportation. Provision is not the name brand of the transportation, the name brand of the clothes, the name brand. It's not having a mansion for shelter. It's not having a Bentley or a Benz for transportation. Because the problem is this, women have hopped online and saying that that's the bare minimum. And the reason they say that is because what they do is what they provided for themselves. But let me tell you a little secret that I know. Let me tell you what a little birdie told me. Fellas, you do not watch how these women work 1, 2, 3 different jobs to maintain that lifestyle. They don't tell you that part. They don't tell you how they work a full time as a nurse. They work part time as a stripper or at Twin Peaks, and then they do DoorDash. They don't tell you these things. They don't tell you that they damn near kill themselves trying to maintain that name brand, to trying to live in this area. So don't allow them to shame you saying it's the bare minimum, because they're doing the maximum amount of work to acquire that bare minimum. And then parental investment. Will you be a good father? Can you take care of the kids? Can you teach them? Can you lead them? Can you guide them? Can you show them what it is? Protection, provision, and parental investment. And there was a young lady who I talked to, and it was interesting because me and her kid was out, and we was at Hobby Lobby, and we was looking at pictures for my apartment because I was trying to figure out what my style was and everything. she was so comfortable where she just pushed the buggy. And this is not my kid. I've only been around him. This is my first time being around him, like around him. And he's running all the place. Hey, come here. Don't, boom, boom, boom. Hey, boom. And at the end of it, she was like, hey, you remember how I tell you this? This is why. That's a sign of being a good father. Being able to say, hey, look, come here, keep your eyes on me. Being able to watch. Being able to sit and teach, hey, do it this way. They was cutting grass and he was struggling. Hey, come here, let me show you something. Do this. Parental investment. Those are the three things that. So I offer that. But I need you to listen. Because if you don't listen, you're going to put yourself in a bad situation. There was a situation where a young lady I was dating wanted to go to the POB, Platinum of Birmingham. I said, we're not going. Yes, we are. We're not going. It's not safe. It's not appropriate. It's not a place for you to be. I said, oh, you know what? Okay, well, cool. Well, you can go by yourself. But if your car breaks down 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, don't call me. If you get shot or you get your behind grabbed or got finesse like freak fell on you, don't call me. I said, you know, I said, I'll go with you. I said, but if a man touch you or grab you, don't look at me. No, you gonna protect. I said, no, I'm not, because I'm telling you this is not safe and you don't want to listen. You don't want to listen. I'm telling you, protection is I was always taught this. An ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. If I can help prevent this, I don't have to deal with this. I do not want to have to go put my life on the lines, putting my hands on somebody because somebody disrespected you for being in a place you had no business being in. The club is not a place for couples. If you're in a relationship, the club is not that place. Why do you feel the need to go to a place that's not designed for couples? What happens at the club? You go there, you get drunk, you have a couple of drinks, you find somebody, you sleep with them, and then that's the purpose of the club. The club is not designed for you to go dance and have a good time. The club is designed for a place to go hook up. That's what it's always going to be. That's its design. Why? Because what happens when you drink, what happens when you smoke, what happens? The later it gets in the night, your natural defenses, so decisions you naturally would not make in the daytime, you're going to make in the night, even without the influence of drink or smoke. When you add drink or smoke to it, now that's going to increase your chances of doing something that you're not supposed to do. Trust me, I know. That's how I end up in situationships and pregnancy scares and relationships. That's why people are like, you got any kids? Not that I know of. Did a lot of stupid stuff at the club under the influence. And so finally she ended up saying not going. There was a time where we was out and about and she got pissed off at me because she was driving drunk and I made her pull over. And she got mad at me, screaming and loud at me, it doesn't matter. And I made her stay with me tonight. That's protection. Because for ladies who watch this, let me give you a little secret. The reason men do this is because we don't want to be bothered by you guys. If I know your gas is filled, your check engine light is taken care of, your tire is good, I know when you drive, you can be safe and you ain't gotta call me. But if it's not, because if I'm your man, I'm responsible for you. That means if your tire go flat, you can't call AAA. You gotta call DT fam. If you lose your keys, you gotta call DT fam. If somebody at work is harassing you, you gotta call DT fam. I don't like being called. I don't want, like, once I get done with this fam talk, I'm going to go to the store, get some food, cook, meal prep. Like, well, actually, I gotta wait to thaw out. Get some food, and I'm gonna relax. I'm not doing anything today. I'm not. Why? Because I work super hard, 2 jobs in school, full time. I'm tired. I'm tired, Grandpa. I'm tired. Y'all know the rest is too damn bad. But I understand that that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fuck you good. I'm going to fight for you well. And I'm going to take care of you. You have to earn that. I don't give that away for free. Ladies, you have to earn that. Just like I have to earn getting between your legs. I have to earn your trust. I have to earn the ability to lead you. I have to show you that I can lead you. I have to show you I can protect you. I have to show you that I can dig you down well. But I'm one of the guys that I hold like that. The standard that, cool, you have your standard, I have mine. I need to be 6 foot, okay. I need to make 6 figures, okay. I need to be able to do this and this and this, cool. I would do that for you. Now this is what you need to do for me. This is what you need to do for me. It's even exchange, right? What happens a lot of times is women don't want to hold their part. Why women don't want to hold their part in most cases? Because men don't make them. Well, in my last relationship, he let me do this. Well, why aren't you in your last relationship? Why are you not still in your last relationship? If he did everything that he was supposed to do in your last relationship, why the hell are you not with him? Why not? Why not? Obviously it didn't work. And what happens is this, and this is, I'm not gonna go in detail, I recommend y'all research it. A woman would get with a man, and because of her insecurities and fear, she would try to unintentionally weaken that man and make him a little bit more softer, so other women don't get that. Because a woman, one of a women's biggest fear is to lose well, hell, I won't even say women, men and women's biggest fear is to pour and invest in something and lose the investment. When me and my ex broke up, I was like, I just lost $3,000. That's my homeboy said, bro. I was like, is she sexting no boy the same way I did? He was like, yep. All those little tricks that you taught her, she's gonna take them. Everything, like her life became better because of me. She has no idea why. She thinks that I'm so, no, sweetheart. I gave her the foundation. There's not one woman that has ever dealt with me that was not a better person after dealing with me. Not one. Not one. I've influenced every woman I've ever talked to and dealt with in a positive manner, whether they want to agree with it or not. Because that's just me. That's my role as a man. But before, when I was younger, I was just giving it away to anybody. Now as a man, you have to earn it. And the reason women feel so entitled, because men allow them to feel entitled. This whole little thing started with the young lady who hopped online and said Applebee's wasn't good enough. And now the Cheesecake Factory isn't good enough. Appetizer $30. And so you're asking me to drop $200 on you on the first date, and I didn't for it. I'm supposed to spend $200 for a chance to get to know you? A chance. What if I said, you know what, sweetheart? And it's funny too, because matter of fact, I use real life scenarios. Women tell me, I want to be platonic. Cool. So if we go out, right? If we go out, you can pay for your meal. I got that. I said, but can you fight? Can you use these, sweetheart? She said, fight. I said, yes, sweetheart. Fight. If you want this platonic man type relationship, if I go out with my homeboy, I'm not paying for shit. I'm not fighting his battles. Because I know he can fight. She was like, huh? No. I fuck what I feed. And I'd be like, why are you fucking a guy that ain't gonna feed you? Why are you fucking a guy that's not going to protect you? Why are you fucking a guy that's not gonna put his life on the line for you? I'm not dying for a woman who won't spread her legs to me. Why? Because the ultimate form of trust and submission is sex. When a woman is on her back and she's naked and her leg is spread wide open and you're literally inside of her, that is the most vulnerable position she would ever be. That is the most submissive position she will ever be. That would be the most trusting position she'll ever be in. Once again, I'm holding my end of the bargain because every time we go outside, I'm responsible. If you're with me, you're under my protection. I have female friends who was like, they go in the club, they look at me, they're like, oh, I know it's good. It's good. I know we good. And it's crazy because sex is every now and then. Because even if you have sex for 2 hours, there's still 22 hours of the day I'm responsible for protecting you. Either way it goes, what a man gives a woman is he always outgive a man always outgive a woman. A woman can never give more than the man because a man's required to lay down his life every day he's with her. Your life is priceless. Oh, I asked you for some pussy. Wow. I asked you for some head. Wow. I asked you to cook. And guess what? Women have to stop acting like sex is a one thing or deal. A woman gets as much pleasure as having sex as a man. And when she cooks, does she not eat? When a woman cooks, do she not also eat? Everything a man does is to put his woman in a better position. That's what you get when you're dealing with me. Somebody who's going to look at the best in you and pull the best in you and strive to make you the best and strive to make your life as easy as possible. Simplify your problems. That's what comes with me. That's why I say, if you don't listen to me, I'm not dealing with you. I'm not. Because I understand the full responsibility I have. Because if you don't, if I'm with you and you don't listen, I have to fix the problems you create. It's the same thing with children. If your children go to school and hit another kid or beat another kid, your child cannot pay the hospital bills. Who's responsible? You are. That's why you turn around and you tell your kids what to do and what not to do. It's not control, it's protection, it's guidance. Because women do not understand how ruthless this world is because men shelter it from it. I have a female friend who I talk to all the time. She's like, why do you describe it that way? I said, because that's what it is. This is what it is. In the first episode of Game of Thrones, Ned Stark had to kill a deserter of the wall. Bran had to watch him. His wife, no, he's too young. No, he needs to see this. He needs to see how brutal the world is. A lot of women do not understand. They don't see or feel the full brunt of their mistakes until they're later on in life. As a man, I desire for the woman in my life to be soft. I don't want her to be hard. I want her to be soft. But in order for her to be soft, she has to be willing to listen. Women make this statement all the time. Y'all trying to tell us who to submit to. No. Submit to the person who you picked. We're not telling you that all men are worthy of submission. We're not telling you that all men are worthy of sex. We're not telling you all men are worthy to be trusted. But if you talk to the guy, that makes you look crazy that you don't trust the guy who you picked. The worst thing in the world you can do to me, DT fam, is to ask me to do something and then tell me how to do it or bug me on when it's gonna get done. I pride myself in getting the job done. Whether if it's with a woman or whether it's at work or whether it's myself. And I do have to work on myself better because I don't put the same effort into me that I put into other things. But if I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. When me and my ex BJ broke up, I asked her, I said, name me one promise I didn't keep to you. I kept all 10 promises I said I was gonna do. I did everything I said I was gonna do from day one. If it's life and death, I'm there. Now I ain't gonna lie. If you be like, let's go party, let's go drink, I may miss out. Matter of fact, I was supposed to stop out of that. I said I was sick. Didn't feel good. I was asked to come in today. I'm sick, I don't feel good. My body needs rest. I want to go into help, but I can't. I need rest. I can't spread myself too thin. But yes, I don't deal with the issues that most men deal with. I don't. But I also know how to vet women and talk to women. I know how to ask questions. Ask better questions, get better answers. Me and a friend of mine both went out with a young lady named Cassidy. Cassidy divorced. She told me the reason she got divorced was because she felt she could do better than him. She outgrew him. Cassidy also told me that when she got divorced, that she went and she slept around and was fucking around. Cassidy also said that she's done fucking around, that she wants a real relationship. Cassidy went out with my friend, told him, who he's younger than me, like he's younger than me by like 3-4 years. Turn around, tells him, hey, my ex-husband was abusive, he was narcissist, he was this. And what happened was, I was like, he showed me who was, I was like, oh, I went with her. He said, oh, he said this. I said, no. I said this. I said, the reason she told you that because she felt like you was gullible and you didn't ask the right questions. People will play you if they think they can play you. If you show you can be played with, they're gonna play with you. I noticed she didn't do that. And then what happened with us, she told me a story of how she liked this dude in college and she went to the party with short shorts on, didn't wear any panties. She saw him, she was grinding him. She was like, he started fingering me and I don't know why he did that. Sweetheart, you pulled up to the party, grinned on him, and you got his hand and you put his hand on the private part and he began to finger you. You're not accountable. You do things and then you regret it. And so me and her, we was getting ready to leave, and something I typically don't do. We end up making out. And the next day she was like, you had me making out with you all out in front of everybody, this. And I remember I heard the story where she said she went to a party purposely with no panties on, went into front of everybody, started grinding on him, and she complained about him fingering her. So that tells me that she does things and regret them and then blame it on the other person. So we making out, and she's like, the next day, you had me out on the middle of the road. No, sweetheart, you led to kiss me. You started kissing me. You doing this, and I said, you know what? You have too many red flags. You have to say, I can't deal with you. And I cut her off. Hell, she's probably one of the females that was talking bad about me in the This Is Your Man group. I value myself. I work too hard on myself to deal with foolishness. So, a lot of these issues that the man versus women thing, I don't deal with. I don't deal with. It's crazy. These women who sit and say, oh, I won't do coffee dates. I had a young lady drive from Nashville to Tennessee to have a coffee date with me. I don't have these problems. I had a young lady brag, talks about how this dude turned around and spent $2,000 on her in a year, and he never hit. When he asked for sex, not only did she tell him no, she blocked him and left him alone. The first day, like she drove to Huntsville to come see me too. She drove to Huntsville, from Birmingham to Huntsville, to walk the park with me. The next time I went to Birmingham, I went down, spent the night with her, and I cracked. Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning. And then she texted me saying that, wow, I felt secure in Washington. Secure and safe, and I like to be handled that way sexually. I do not have these problems. Sat in the club and had a 50-year-old mother and a 24-year-old daughter arguing who's gonna talk to me. I don't have these problems. Two best friends who know each other, slept with both of them. No issues. We sit in the club. It's me, her, one friend here, other one friend here, and the other chick who I just cracked the week before is right here. They're literally in a triangle. I don't have these problems. And I cracked them all on the first night. I don't have these problems. And this is not bragging. This is me saying I do not have these problems. So when I have these conversations, it's not a place of hurt. It's a place of understanding how the game goes. It's understanding how the game goes. And I just explain the game. That's all it is. I just explain the game. I think if men told the truth, and if men valued themselves more, they wouldn't have the issues that they have. I think that's what it comes down to. It is that when you have value, when you love yourself, you don't put yourself in danger. In one of the fam talks that says that the dating pool is full of piss, I talk about how I make this statement saying that once I show you who I am, it's up to you to believe it. I am not going to lose myself trying to make you believe I'm a good guy. That's what happened between me and BJ. I spent so much time trying to prove that I was a good man that when we broke up and she told everybody, 90% of the people who loved me, mothers, sisters, cousins, friends, everybody, literally 90% of people took her side and said I was horrible and agreed with her. And to this day, it still has affected how it affected my algorithm on my Facebook and Instagram. And it happened 11 years ago. But guess what? And this is not a shot. She's divorced. It wasn't me. But if I would have had enough value and love for myself, I wouldn't have invested so heavily in her. She, as y'all know, she was a singer, and she turned around and sung background for Obama during the 50th anniversary of this walking across the bridge of Selma. While she was on stage, I was in the back talking to celebrities and had an opportunity to talk. I talked to Aloe Black. Aloe Black cared about me and was interested in me, but because I was trying to push her, I didn't make the connection I needed to make to put me in the position. And what I did in that relationship was this: I took all my resources and all my time to help her get up there, thinking that she was going to pull me up. When she got up there, she was like, "Oh, you don't need my help." Verbatim. I got fired from 2 different jobs. I asked for $20 for gas. Why are you asking me for money? You're the breadwinner. And the reason she was able to save her money was because I took care of all the issues. When she lost her keys, and it cost me $500 to get the keys fixed, I paid that. I lost myself trying to be the perfect man for an ungrateful woman. I would never do that again. Am I scarred? No. Am I wiser? Yes. The reason I mentioned saying that, hey, she's divorced now, because it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And it's crazy because a lot of the things that's happened that's good in her life, because remember I said earlier, protection, provision, right? The reason a lot of things that are going well in her life is because of me. I'm not going to go in detail because it's none of y'all business. And she doesn't know this. But a lot of things are going well because of me. Because of what I've done and how I set things up. Where she still is positively affected by my decisions, and we haven't talked in 11 years. My granddaddy, my grandfather passed away. My grandmother has not had to work a day since then. I know what I bring to a woman's life. Therefore, I know what I need from a woman to add to me. So I have the narcissism, the arrogance, the confidence, the whatever word you want to use to stand on that and believe on that. And my goal is I hope men will do the same. If you are a good man and you stand on godly principles and you stand on masculinity, because there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. You have toxic people, and because if masculinity was so toxic, why are all these women trying to be men? It's only toxic when the man do it, but it's toxic when women do it. Come on now, that doesn't make sense. And if I was to ever hop on these panels, I would destroy half these people conversations. Because it's illogical and it doesn't make sense. And it's embarrassing that you have these influencers who sit and speak upon the behalf of the men and don't know nothing. That's why I shout out to the Ask the Brother Back podcast, because but with that being said, look, men, value yourselves. And it's okay to value yourselves. There's nothing wrong with valuing yourself. Hold your values. If you're willing to be a masculine man, demand that she be a feminine woman. Because women today are asking for traditional men without being traditional women. My grandfather did this, yes, and grandma did this too. Grandma shut the fuck up and cooked and cleaned. But grandpa cheated. Grandma also cheated, and grandpa took care of kids that wasn't his. Tell both sides of the story, okay? Or talk to somebody who know both sides of the story. What makes me very interesting is this: the things that I watch on things I've seen. Like I was talking to a friend earlier, we were talking about BBLs. The girl was saying BBL isn't going to save you. I can't tell you how many times I've been at a bar, I've been around black women talking about BBLs, the process and everything. I so happen just to hear things, and I'm around, and I know who y'all know. I know who people really are in real life. But anyway, this video has been super long. With that being said, look, I love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, peace.